Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Photon Academy. My name is Harshwats, and in today's video, we are going to discuss how to use Google Classroom thoroughly. Now, let's move forward and talk about the point to be discussed in today's video. In today's video, we are going to discuss about mainly 3 points. Firstly, I will tell you how to get Google Classroom. Then I will explain how to use it thoroughly, and in the end, I will tell you tips and tricks for being awesome at Google Classroom. So, before moving forward and telling you how to get the Google Classroom, I want to tell you that what is Google Classroom. So, Google Classroom is a free web service developed by Google for school that aims to simplify creating, distributing, and grading assignments. The primary purpose of Google Classroom is to streamline the process of sharing file between teachers and students. It is estimated between 40 to 100 million users use Google Classroom. As you know, due to the COVID situation, there is a lockdown all over the world. Now, this is one of the best software you can use for having an education as a teacher or as a student, for sharing an assignment, creating and distributing and grading the assignment. While Google Classroom also integrate docs, sheet, slides, Gmail and calendar into cohesive platform to manage student and teacher communication. That means docs is a duplicate of a Microsoft Word, sheet is for Excel, slides is for PowerPoint, so on so forth. So all these things Google also integrate with Google Classroom. Students can be invited to join a class through a private code or automatically imported from a school domain. Teachers can create, distribute, and mark assignment all within the Google ecosystem. Each class creates a separate folder in the respective user's drive, where the student can submit work to be graded by a teacher. Assignments and due dates are added to the Google Calendar. Each assignment can belong to a category or topic. Teacher can monitor the progress for each student by reviewing revision history of a document, and after being graded, teacher can return work along with comments. So I hope you got a very brief image of what Google Classroom is. Now let's move on to the Internet Explorer and see what actual Google Classroom looks like and how we can work on it. Now we are in Internet Explorer. So how to get the Google Classroom is our first question. So it's kind of simple. You just have to type Google Classroom in the Google search and just put on enter. When you put on enter, the first link you will see is a Google Classroom, or you can directly put the address that is classroom.google.com. So when I click on it, you will say it will take me to the classroom.google.com. So you can see it has already entered within inside the Google Classroom, and which it is looking like this. So I have already using the email ID of the Gmail. That's why it is already directly sign in into my Google Classroom. So what you need for the Google Classroom is basically a Gmail ID, which is available for free. You can create your Gmail ID. Most probably, nearly 90% of the Indian population and average population around 80% uses Gmail. So it is kind of easy for everyone just to log in it. So whenever you log in it, you will see page something looking like this, which is a Google Classroom. So you can see here that my email ID is here, which is a Gmail email ID. You can also use G Suite, which takes some amount of money from you. That is just for professionals, although you can also start from a free edition, which is completely free for you, and it has almost every function you can use to manage your classroom. Now, I will tell you how to use it. So this is the first screen you will see when you sign in using your Gmail ID. If you do not have one, create one. That is kind of very easy to do. So this is Google Classroom. So there is first you will see create or join your first class. So first of all, I will join. When I click, you will see join class or create class. So there are options for both of them. So I am using this as a teacher. So first of all, I will create a class, and from my second account, I will tell you that how you will see from the student perspective also. So this slide, particularly this page, you will see as a teacher, and another page you will see as a student. So I will create a class from the teacher perspective. So I will create a class. Just click on create a class. You will see using Google Classroom at school with students. So you can read all these things. After that, just click on I have read and understand the above notice, and I am not using Google Classroom at school with students. Okay. So after that, just continue. You will see a create class tab in which it will ask you for question in the class name. You have to give the name to the class, that is class 12, that is class name. Section can be A, subject is biology we can take. So you have to also give the name to the room as well, because like if you have around 50 students in your class and you have them in a section A, and you want particularly room for certain students and certain room for certain students, you can name them like 1. So after that, just create. When you create it, you will see it will take a few time to process, and after that a new screen will pop up in your screen. So it is working in the background and your new class has been creating in Google Classroom. So now you will see this is something your class looks like. So invite student to your class, got it? So we will do it after certain seconds. Now you will see it's a class 12A, which is a class code that is B4Z2ZBL. So if I click on here, you will see it's a display code. I will tell you in a few seconds that how can I use it. So before going any further, I will tell you how to change the theme of it. So you can click here and select theme. So there are a lot of options that you can use a theme for. So it will take a few seconds. Then you can use a general English and history, maths and science. So we are doing a biology part. So this one is particular for biology. So I will choose this one. Although you can go for the other sports and others as well. I am using this one which has a DNA structure in it. So I will click a class theme. So you will see the theme will be changed into this one. So now what you want to do. So this is our teacher's profile look like. So this is class 12A classwork. You will see there is nothing there. Now people is no one grades. Although there are no students, how can there be grades? So for now we are going back to stream. Now we have to invite the student. How can I do that? So you have to invite the students on your Google Classroom. For that, you have to go into the people section. In a people section, you will see teachers and students. So if you have a multiple teachers, you can just click and invite the teacher as well, write their email ID, or you can add the student as well. So I want to add one student. So I have told you that I will tell you both the teacher's perspective as well as student perspective. So AB Sharma 19944 at gmail.com. So this email ID student I want to invite in my Google Classroom, and then now send the invite. So it will take a few seconds to send the invite, and now you see you have invited them. So we have invited the students to the class. Now this will be sent using the Gmail. the person will send a mail through which he will accept it. But there are also different ways through which you can invite the student. Although the most simplest way is go to the stream. In a stream, you will see a class code. You can just click on and display. Copy invite link. Or you can directly copy this and paste it in your WhatsApp group of a class, or you can distribute this code among the class and they can easily join them. So we can do control C. Now we will close it and now we will go in a student perspective, and this is what student perspective look like. So we have registered using AB Sharma. So now we have to enter into the classroom. How can I do that? So in here you just have to go in the plus, and now I have to join a class because I am a student now and this is a student perspective. So I will click on a join class. When I click on a join class, you will see you are currently registered as AB Sharma 1944 at gmail.com. So they will ask you a class code. So the code I have shown you. Again, I will show you this code. This is a class code. This you have to enter here. So I will say Control V. And now I will just click on enter. Or you can click on join. So when you click on join, you will be joined in that classroom because you have the code of that class. So it will take a few seconds to join in the class. Now you can see you are joined in the class. So how much things are different between a teacher and a student, I will show you now. So this is a create post, you can do it. For now, we have a stream, classwork and people in a student perspective. While in a teacher's perspective, we have a stream, classroom, work, people, and grades. How we can work on all of them, I will tell you now. So before going any further, I will tell you how to post as well in teacher's perspective and how to respond from the student perspective and how to chat in between them. So I will just click in here. You can write a note for the welcome for everyone in the class. Welcome to biology class. So you can also do that in spite of the all students. You can particularly do it for particular one student as well. This power you have as a teacher. So now I can post this, or you can add certain things like if I want to add the Google link file, YouTube, you can do that. Like if you want to link the file for the assignment or certain Word file or anything you want, you can attach with them. Like this is your assignment, kindly search it and work on it. So although we are not doing anything for now, we are just posting it from the teachers and we can post it, or you can also schedule it. So I will show you how you can do that as well. So again I will click on it. Now just type anything, and now when I click on here you will see post, schedule and save draft. Like you can directly post it, you can also schedule it like around 4:30 5:30 a.m. so that your student think that how much you work at 4:30 5:30 a.m. You are sending them assignments and all that thing you can do, and you can do as a save draft as well, and you can post it later. So for now, I will cancel this, and now I will go from the student perspective and will tell you how to respond to this uh, post. So we are going into the student perspective and just refresh it. So it will take a few seconds to refresh, and now you will see a post that has been given by the teacher, and I will tell you how to respond to that post using Google Classroom. Now you see the teacher has posted welcome to Google Classroom. So I want to be one of the good students. So hello teacher, it's great to be here. So I have responded to their post. Now you will see we do not have an option for delaying or scheduling the post because you are a student now. You don't have a power for that, but teacher has it. So I will put a post here. And again, you can also copy the link for certain things and you want to send to your friend the teacher has commented and you want to look into that your friend should also respond. Now we will go to the teacher's perspective and see how your comment will be shown in a teacher's perspective. Now you will see the teachers page, and in here you will see you have posted welcome to biology class and Abhinav Sharma has posted hello teacher, it's great to be here. So you think it's one of the good students and you can also reply to this comment, or if you want you can delete the particular comment or mute the Abhinav Sharma, like if you know that certain student is doing certain good not good thing or bad commenting on your post, so you can mute that student, that person won't be able to comment in here. Now it has been covered. So now there is other thing that you have to look into, that is the classwork. So so now here you will see there is no upcoming work due soon. In a student perspective as well, you will see there is no work due soon, so you have to create an assignment. Now how you can do that? Now go to the classwork section. In a classwork section you will see create Google Calendar class drive folder. So you can create an assignment and question, use topic to organize classwork into module and unit, order work the way you want student to see it. So we will create an assignment. So when I click on it, you can do an assignment, quiz assignment, question, material and reuse post. So you can also divide them on the basis of topic. So first of all, there are a lot of things you can do. I am for now doing an assignment. So just click on here and you will see add and create material. So this is I want first of all you have to give the title to the assignment. Homework for chapter 10. What they want to do? Create a summary of chapter 10 and create a summary of chapter 10 within 200 words. So you want the students to do an assignment on the chapter 10 of the biology book in which they have to create a summary within 200 words. So now you can give the points as well. If you want this ungraded, you can also go for that, but certainly you want to do the graded. So in spite of the graded, I will put on 100. So there is no due date. You should give a particular due date. So on the Wednesday it will be a due date. Time you can also give like 9:50, 9 p.m. So now the due date has been given. What are the topics that you can also create a topic because it's a biology. Biology. And now the question is what is rubric? So rubric is there the number, that how you distribute the number in the assignment. So when you click on it, you will see create a rubric, reuse a rubric, import from sheets. Because you haven't created it or you cannot reuse it, you have to create a rubric. So I will click on a create rubric. So you will see it's a scoring method. Now you will see a criteria title. So you have to give the criteria like words limit it. So you can write it should be within 200 words. So that will be given 25 points, or you can add a level within it, that what are the words and all that thing, or you can add the criteria as well. So I will add a new criteria. Name should be assigned on the top. So you can also, if you can see there is a spelling mistake, you can also correct it. Criteria development name and roll number should be written on the top. So this point will give more 10 points. And as through this you can write more criteria. Third criteria you can give to the mark, that how much concise and how much precise the person has written. How much concise and precise you have written. Now this will be given 80 points. Now this is the criteria you have done. After that, just save this. And you will see the rubric criteria has been set for your assignment. So it will take a few seconds to set everything. Then I will show you how you can see your criteria for the assignment in homework for class chapter 10 in biology. So now you see there is an error occurred while saving, and please try again. So what is the error? So now you will see 115, but earlier we have saved it for 100, right? And now we have to change the points because you cannot scale someone 115 out of 100. So you just have to give in spite of. Now you will say here 100. After that, click on save. And when you do that, you will see there is changes in your rubric criteria. Now you have the three criteria. It should be within 200 word. That is for 10 points. Name and roll number should be written on the top. It is for 10 points and 80 points. How much concise and precise you have written for the chapter 10 summary. So you can remove the rubric and it will be informed to the student as well that how much they have written. Now everything is written now. So now you have to assign them. Now you have to assign them to the students, because you have written an assignment. Now you have to give them to student as well, assign. So you can click here as well, assign, or you can schedule the assignment as well, or you can save them as a draft. So I will click on assign. So when you click on assign homework for chapter 10, student will see assignment in their streams immediately. So you can click on assign now. So you will see the assignment will be sent to all the students. You will see assignment will be sent to the students that is present in your classroom. Like create a summary for chapter 10 within 200 words. Rubric criteria you also see turned in. There is zero assignment that has been turned in. One person has assigned because one person I have assigned them to. So you can add the topic as well. For now, we will go to the student perspective and see how they will get the assignment. So we will go in a student perspective. So now you just have to refresh this page and you will see the assignment. So in here you will see now there is a changes. So what changes you will see in a student perspective is first of all in here, upcoming. So what is upcoming? Due Wednesday, there is an assignment. So you will click either here or you can give here as well. So I will click in here. Harshwat's posted a new assignment. So I will click on it. So you will see create a summary of chapter 10 within 200 words. So this is my word limit. Name should be assigned on the top to the mark 80. So this is how you will see. If you want to do a class comments, you can do here. Like if you want to discuss among with us students of your class, like how everyone is doing to submit it is they are doing on the word, they are doing on the Google's or certain other things they can you can discuss among the students. But if you want to do a private comment, you can also do that. That will be directly gone to the teachers. So if you have done your work, you can add or create. So you can add the Google link file docs as well, which is a duplicate of a Microsoft Word, and you can create a new doc and you can creating a new doc. So in that you will see a doc will added to your work and that will be sent to your teacher. So hand it. So you will see you have that assignment and you are just assigning to your teacher. While we cannot give it because we haven't done anything for now, so we will remove this Google Docs. So either you can do all these things or you can link the file. If you have done things on a Microsoft Word, you can link that file, or you can directly link, or you can share it with a Google Drive. All this you can do using your uh, Google Classroom. And after that you have done, mark as done, or you will send them as a docs. So click on file. So when I click on file, you will see insert file using Google Drive. So I haven't done the assignment, but for your sake that how you can send that, I will upload a simple file only. So this is the file we have just created here only. So this file I want to insert. So insert that file. So that file will be inserted in your homework. So you can add the comment. I hope the assignment is good. So you can post them and you can hand in also. You hand in, that means you are submitting your assignment. So when I click on hand in, you will see one attachment will be submitted for your homework for chapter 10, that is hand in. So when I click on hand in, you will see it will be submitted to your teacher for grading. So you can also unsubmit it and you can again make a changes, while if teacher do a comments like there are certain things you want to change, like I will show you in a teachers now. When you go to the teachers and go to the stream, so you will see there are a few changes in here. So customize your classroom appears on your stream, you can also do that, we will check it on later on. Now you will see due Wednesday as well, you will also see there are few things that you have to do. So again we will go into the classwork. So now you will see you have one turned in. So you have to view the assignment because the person has submitted the assignment and you have to view that assignment. So click in here. Now you will see there is one person who has turned in. So when I click on it, it will take you to the docs and will show you the assignment. So you will see this is what assignment the person has done. So it will take a few seconds. For that, we will again go back to the classroom. So you will see here it is all. In spite of, you can also select for the turned in, assigned or graded as well. So now we are in classroom. Now you will see the assignment is looking like here, but there's nothing in here because the person haven't written anything or may have sent the wrong thing. So you can see there's nothing here written. So you can also return it, or you can select the comments in here like this here. You will see return this submission or return multiple submission, return this submission. So it will be again written because you cannot grade something which the person haven't written. Or if something has written like in here, you can grade for the person like rubric, word limit is 10, correct, name is given for the 10, and to the mark, that is you can give 70. Now out of 100 the person got 90, or you can return them now not returned. So this is how you can do it. So return. So the person will see he is getting 90 out of 100. So it depends on your choice that how you will grade, and this is how you actually grade in your Google Classroom. Although you can do it in a specific way from your Google Classroom as well. In here you can also assign the number, but here is quite possible for you to see that how the person has worked, and on the basis of that you will give them the marking. Now I will return this and the person will receive it. So now from the student perspective, we will see how much the student will get. So again, we will go into our classroom. So again, you will see, is it submitted? Is it returned? So again, we will go into our teacher's perspective, and you can see on the instruction as well. because you have given an instruction for 100 points. So again, we will go for the student's perspective now. You can go for the classwork. In classwork, view your work. So this you can see it is marked now. So you can click on view assignment. So you got 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 80 out of 70. So if you want to make changes in it, like teachers have given certain private comment on the basis of you have to resubmit it, you can do that. Earlier I've showed you that you can directly return it because the person haven't written anything, and you can directly write for the person that this may be wrong file, you have to send the right file, so the person will resubmit it. Again we will go into our homework. So this is what our teacher's perspective look like. So we are in class 12th again, so mainly we have covered the stream classwork, so we will close this for now. Again, we will go for the class 12th. So this is our stream page. Now we have covered the classwork. Now I have already told you about the peoples. You can invite the teachers, students, or you can track the individual students' progress as well. Just click on them and you will see the grading for them. So Abhinav Sharma, you can see the chapter 10, 90 out of 100 turned in, returned or missing. You can also see that for particular student as well, for particular full class as well, as you can see. So I will just return back and in the grade system. So this is one of the crucial thing in a teacher's perspective, like you can set up a grading system. So we will look at in the later on, like class average is 90, like there are 50 persons in the class, you can see the average. This is one of the crucial points of the Google Classroom, that you can average out for the whole class and you can see each of the students as well. And this is one of the good thing about the Google Classroom. So this is perspective of the teacher. So if you go in a student's perspective, you will go to the class 12, you will see stream, classwork and people, which is quite easy. And everything I have covered in a student perspective, there are few things left in the teacher's perspective. That how things, this is a Hamburg menu. In a Hamburg menu we have a classes calendar to review, like if there are 50 assignment, if you haven't reviewed, like just click on the to review. So you have to review assignments, so you have one graded, zero assigned, zero turned in. So you can review them, or you can review for the whole class using this option. So no review work has been left for you. So again you will go into Hamburg option, you have a classes. So when I click on a classes, you will see it's for the particular class 12th, or there can be multiple classes. You have to just click on that class, and all these things you can directly save to your Google Drive, so that for the particular class each assignment will be saved in your Google Drive. You can also go into the calendar, like you will see here the assignment homework for chapter 10 is on 11:59 p.m. You have to see that every person should submit within this guideline. After that we again return back to here. Now teaching, this is archive classes. So archive classes are the classes when you archive a class on classes, it moves here because no one is actually seeing that class, but you can archive them and save them in a Google Drive. So there are setting option as well. So when you go in the setting options, you will see you can make your profile picture change. You can see you will receive an email notification or not. You will see comments on your post, comment that mention you, private comment on work, late submission of the student work, resubmission, invitation to co-teach class, students post published. All these things you can do. Also the class notification, which class notification you want to know, because there can be multiple class in a same school. So you want a particular class notification. So if you are a biology teacher, you want a biology comment only, why you will look for the mathematics. Again we will return into something different. Now I have covered all the points in the Hamburg menu, from classes calendar to review to class 12 archive classes setting as well. In here the thing left is the settings again. You can also go for the class settings. You can change the name of a class description. You can also change section, room, biology in white code enabled or not, manage in white code. Like you can also disable that if after certain point other person won't be able to enter stream. You can student can post or comment. You can have the option for that, that only teacher can post or comment. Or you can condense the notification, show deleted item, grading as well, no overall grades, total points. You can do all that thing. Add grade category you can also do as well. So as a teacher you have much more in a hand than a student, because student does not require that much things on their table, while the teachers requires a lot. So this is how our Google Classroom looks like, and this is one of the most successful software which is working online for the teachers. This is one of the most simplest option that you can use for the classroom. I hope you have learned everything for the Google Classroom. There is nothing left within it. If there's something left, you can write down in a comment section and we will respond you that how that point particular work in Google Classroom. So with this point, I am going to end this video and I hope your queries have been cleared. And if not, kindly write us in comment section and we will surely get back to you. If this video helps you in any way, kindly drop us a like and don't forget to subscribe our channel for amazing videos in future. Till then, have an amazing and good day.